Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Jonathan Morgan. I'm the owner of Ask J Financial Services and Consulting. Today, I will be introducing the LeadStrive to you all. Just to give a quick synopsis of what we do here is we have a plethora of strategies to help scale different appointment-based or sales type industries. We have other strategies to help scale businesses who are trying to sell merchandise and other things like that. But we do primarily focus on the sales industry. So that's a little bit about what we do. All that we do is powered by LeadStrive. LeadStrive we just released to the public earlier on this year, and we're excited to put everything together for you all so that you kind of get a better understanding of how the software works and how important it is for you guys to utilize software like this, especially if you're a real estate agent, a loan officer, or insurance agent. These are it's a really good tool to keep things organized and also funnel leads into this system so that you could scale your business, build your pipeline, and essentially make the money that you never thought was possible. We have a lot of success stories here at Ask J Financial Services and Consulting, which are quite amazing with the people that we've worked with so far. And we're excited. So let's begin. So this right here is your dashboard. This is a LeadStrive. Right here, you'll see that this would be your opportunities. So based off of what's been funneling in or any other manual transactions that you've been making inside the system will show if something's a lead. For example, if you had a family member that was interested in insurance or solar panels or buying a house or selling a house, for real estate purposes. I know it's really good if they are the listing agent as well as the sales agent as well. So this will show how many were closed. Now, closed pretty much means how many sold. Open means that they're either quoted or they're at a different stage other than did not sell. So, for example, if I quoted an insurance policy, but Jane Doe wanted to utilize another company, then I would mark her as lost. And the great thing about the opportunities that come in is it kind of keeps everything analytical here so that you can put, like for insurance agents, put annual premium here. Or if you're in solar panel sales, I would definitely put what the value was that you sold. It kind of keeps things in perspective as far as from opportunities to pipeline leads to the conversion rate. So conversion rate is very important. You want to try to, figure out what you need to do better as far as either scaling your ads or whatever. And like I said, we do that here for a separate fee, but right now we're just trying to push the software out to the public because it's very important that people have a very affordable software to maintain all their funnels and their pipelines and their staff and keep them organized with calendars and automations and stuff like that. It definitely helps you and your team work less. The strategies we put in place gives you the ability to spend less time prospecting and more time on the sales end of things. And with the automations, which we're about to go to here in a minute, will give you the ability to kind of just sit back and wait for someone to respond to you. So it kind of eliminates the people who are interested as opposed to the people who thought they were but are no longer interested. So moving on, here's all your funnels right here. You can put as many funnels or pipelines that you wish. Just depends on what you're running. If you're in solar sales, if you're a real estate agent and an insurance agent all at the same time, or any other appointment-based industry, you're going to want different pipelines so that you can scale whatever funnel needs to be scaled. These are your stage distributions like I talked about before. You click on your customer, and your customer would be either responded or appointment was set, or you can move them into a stage where you quoted them or fulfilled them or won or lost. And it kind of keeps things organized. Now, with that being said, LeadStrive can be utilized as a full functioning CRM. That CRM will allow you to take notes on each client, share those notes with other people that are in your LeadStrive account, and allow you to either set tasks for your employees or your employees can set tasks for themselves. We do for the brand builder. It is available to have unlimited seats. So where like most software, they make you pay over 5 or 10 seats. We don't have that restriction on here. So you can put as many people as you need to in here. Now, keep in mind, if each salesperson is going to be running their own campaigns or their own ads, or you want to funnel with them, we can copy that, but it's just best that they do have their own membership. And then we just kind of link it up to yours if you're the admin, or if you're kind of like the boss per se, and you want to make sure everybody's on task. But most of the time, if you're like an insurance agency like mine, we could do multiple funnels on one account. So no big deal. We just do a complete needs analysis to figure out what you're trying to do. And then we'll let you know if you're going to need one account, or if each agent's going to need their own account. Like I said, it just really depends on what they do. It is real nice for agency owners like myself to make a purchase into LeadStrive and actually be able to put all my agents in here to represent what we're trying to do. And I have multiple funnels for car insurance and life insurance and health insurance, and multiple funnels for some of the loan officers that we work with. So we do, if you're an insurance agent or if you're a loan officer, this is going to be really great for you, because our strategy that we utilize on Facebook as far as the ads, they work. If you're looking to attract 200-300 leads, the purpose of that is to attract people so that you could go get loan officer referral partners and keep them locked in without having to do a whole lot of work. I think gift baskets are great, but if you could give them anything monetary, they will stay forever in your debt. And it's kind of a good back and forth type of way. It's a great relationship to have anyway in our industry. But there's other industries that you can do, and insurance agents or loan officers, you could utilize this same funnel for getting referral partners for loan officers as well. I believe that loan officers, insurance agents, and real estate agents are in the same like industry, and there is a phase and a strategy that needs to be adhered to streamline everybody's process, and that's done by LeadStrive. So moving on, this is the inbox right here. This inbox is going to keep track of everything that's funneling in, or any type of manual transaction that you put in the account. You can send emails, text messages, and even respond to your business page on either Google or Facebook straight from here. So it's just your all-in-one platform where you don't have to go to multiple different platforms to make sure that everything stays organized. It beats having 14 windows open for different ads that you have running, and different conversation platforms like I said, Google, Facebook, stuff like that. So it keeps everything organized. And once you put your email in here, it'll send it out on behalf of your email. And yes, you do have the ability to put the same email signature in that in there. And I'll show you how to do that here in a minute, or just some of the features. So this is the calendars. I'm going to go ahead and jump to the settings. The calendar has its own link. So as long as you go in here and get your own link. So like if I, for example, I have multiple agents in 6 different states. So what I like to do is make sure that each one of them have their own separate calendar, so that people are being funneled based off of the ad that they're boosting into this onto their own calendar, if that makes sense. So you could create an unlimited amount of calendars. Doesn't matter if you had 100 people, you need 100 calendars. This is the way to do it. Like I said, all in one platform. If you need to create a group calendar, you do have the ability to create a group calendar. But what I like most about appointment-based businesses is that if you're the owner of a contracting company, a roof company, solar panel sales, insurance, any type of sales, you can create a group, and then you could go in here and they'll have group meetings, for example. That's what I like about this calendar, is because the admin can go in here, create the group calendar, and that pretty much distributes to all the other smaller calendars, letting them know that, hey, we're going to have a staff meeting on this day or whatever. What I like about the create calendar, so the round robin booking is amazing, especially if you're trying to set things up and you're running ads on behalf of your agents to give them leads to work or whatever the case may be. Round robin booking allows you to never miss an opportunity. For example, if I wanted a meeting tomorrow and nobody else was available at 2 o'clock, your round robin booking will find someone in your staff that is available at 2. If not, hypothetically, if nobody's available at 2, then they would just have to pick the next available time. But what it does is it does help eliminate missing those sales, especially if you're an agency owner, because I'd rather them talk to anybody to sell the product than miss out on the sale itself. You do have unassigned booking. That just basically means that everything's being attracted to one specific calendar. And then what we have coming up is the collective booking coming soon. I won't talk too much about that because it's not really there yet, but it is really awesome. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to contacts. So like I said, this is a fully functioning CRM. All your contacts will be listed here, whether they came in from your funnel or you manually entered it. The greatest thing about what LeadStrive can do for you, especially if you're trying to do any type of manual prospecting, is there's lots of places where you could get like email lists and maybe some phone numbers. Like if you're an insurance agent trying to recruit other agents, or whether it's nationwide or just in your specific state, is you do have the ability to import one large CSV file. When you import it, you can map it and it gives you the details. And then all you have to do is attach a tag that's based on whatever workflow you have set up. So here's all your calendars. Contacts. The contacts does give you the ability to have a smart list. So like if I had Randy's contacts or some of my other agents' contacts, I like to separate them so I know who they belong to, and it keeps me organized if said person was going to reach out to me. Of course, just switching over real quick, I just want to show you guys a little bit of something here. This is my consulting dashboard. And just to kind of give you a quick synopsis, if you can see right here, it says that it's assigned to me. So that's another way I can find out that it's assigned to who it's assigned to, because all I have to do is see who that is and go here, and I can send an SMS text on behalf of any of my staff on their behalf, whether they're here or not. So like I said before, on this account, I don't have Facebook attached to it, but I'll show you down in the workflows where the Facebook bot is for the autoresponder, and kind of get to the point where I could show you how to connect that and all that. So like I said before, if I was going to send an email, here's my email signature. It's going to send an email directly from here through my email and out to that person. It's one convenient platform to text and email individuals, so you don't have to bounce back and forth. So right now I'm going to go back to the AskJ demo platform, and we are going to move on to pipelines. So pipelines is something I talked about before on the dashboard. So when a lead comes in, they're usually listed in this first category. If they did email or text back, the system will automatically change them into a different stage and into the responded stage. If you're attracted, if your workflows are set to send out a calendar link to attract people to set an appointment, then it will go from responded to appointment set. Once you meet with that person, it will then go to quoted. Of course, that's a manual action that you will have to do. And then fulfilling. Fulfilling means that you're pretty much close to the one stage. You're just waiting for things to either be bound or the sale to completely go through, or a merchant to pay, or a customer to pay you, or whatever. And then at that point, it goes out of this list and it goes into either won or lost. So there's a lot of stages here to keep people organized based off of, okay, well, Sally wasn't here yesterday. So seems like she had an appointment, but I'm getting a text message saying that she did adhere to the appointment, but she hasn't received any quotes or anything like that. So she would still be stuck in this pipeline right here. So this also gives you the ability to cycle through your pipelines. If you want to do custom pipelines, you could also narrow this down to your employees, however you really want to do that. And you can narrow this down based off of each campaign. So it doesn't really matter how you do it. So you can narrow this down to won or open or lost or maybe abandoned. Abandoned it's kind of good, like if something went missing, because you can build a workflow automations to kind of regenerate those or even nurture the ones you quoted. But to regenerate some of the ones that haven't bought from you before is always key, especially if you're doing promotional deals. Like if, for example, LeadStrive for our loan officers right now are available. We pretty much do all the monitoring for their ads. They would just have to pay for their own ad spend and their own membership, and we monitor it for free just for a referral partnership. So there's just different things that you can do with the system to help, not necessarily manipulate, that may be lack of better terms, but be able to actually do what you're looking to do in your specific industry, whether it's referral partners or sales or anything like that. So the thing I like about Facebook advertising is when it's done right, it can be very cost effective. You're not going to spend a lot of money doing it. So we're going to move on to payments. So LeadStrive does partner up with Stripe. You can connect a Stripe account. It doesn't cost anything monthly. And you can connect that to your system here at LeadStrive, and you could create invoices, whether it's reoccurring or not. So you could go in here and we'll just show you that there's a new reoccurring template. So like if you go in here and build templates and you have multiple people selling your product, then all they have to do is put that in there. Or if it's like a membership, then this will automatically go out based off of what it is. So it allows you, based on the workflow that you have set up, to collect automated payments. So if someone says, okay, I move them from quoted, or if I move them into quoted, I'll probably have this set to go ahead and send them out the invoice. And the greatest thing about the invoice, it's very simple. All I have to do is hit this and select the client. So it'll already be in the system. And then what you can do is you can go into the settings and stuff and also put your logo here or whatever it is you want there to show there. Then it sends it out to them in a text message and an email, so they could pay either from the phone or click on the link in their email. So it's a pretty good ordeal. I won't spend too much time on that, but you got your orders here. Like if you have a funnel that wants to funnel in preset orders, like if you're a merchant and you sell a specific item, like for example, if you are promoting some type of supplement, for example, and people want to buy your supplement, then you would have your everything will be formulated to be put in the orders, and then you would fulfill it. If you're like a gym membership or anything that's more subscription based, obviously your subscriptions you can put in here. I always recommend to get those to work that you create a product and then put all your products in here, and that way when orders come through, they can automatically collect payment for you. And like I said, that's powered by Stripe, and then those payments will then be dished out to back to you. The email and text message will be sent out to your customer, and you'll be able to move on. So coupons, for example, if you're in an industry that offers any type of discounts or can offer discounts, then you would put your coupon in here. And the greatest thing about adding a coupon here is if you do have a workflow that's set to send out to some of your either current clients or maybe the inactive or kind of abandoned clients, they can send out coupons to all of them. So what helps is if you can create a coupon, those who weren't interested before might become interested, because everybody likes coupons at discounted rates, and especially if you have a good product. Now I'm going to go into the tax setting. The tax setting is very important, especially if you're in a sales, more like a sales tax based industry, if that makes sense. You're going to want to create a tax so that you can put it in here, so that when it gets connected to Stripe, it'll kind of tell you what the sales tax is going to be on that invoice. And typically it'll auto calculate that once you create the invoice. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into marketing. So for just a smaller fee monthly added to your LeadStrive membership, you can actually connect all your social media platforms into one generalized location. You can actually launch your ads from here and monitor all the analytics from here. So if you're interested in that, you can take a look at that instead of having to go into each one and say, okay, I got to add a TikTok, I got to add on Facebook, I got Facebook and Instagram are typically mixed together. So that's not a problem. Just depends on how you set up your ad. And then go into a Google platform. That can be very frustrating. So this is very, very lucrative. I really, really like this portion. So now the automations. Your automations are endless to what you can do. Part of what we do at Ask Jay, as far as the consulting side goes, is we do can help you with your build outs on your workflows. Whether it's a drip campaign, which just pretty much keeps things lit for you guys. For example, I have one here in New York. If you wanted to have a campaign that was set for a specific person that's in the staff, you can do that. It takes a lot of time to set some of this up, but once you do get that set up for each person in your staff, it'll be well worth it because you'll be so organized. And that is something that we do offer here for just a small fee. We do believe in trying to get everybody set up and ready to go. A lot of people don't have a whole lot of time to dive into this and set it up. So that is something that we do. Now, that's not a LeadStrive fee. That's just a fee that we charge to get everything set up. And fees are based off of the complexity of what it is that you're wanting. So just to go around here, here's your appointment campaigns, or excuse me, your workflows. This just shows if someone was funneled in by scheduling an appointment, they'll go in here. If you have someone set on your calendar and they don't show, you can put them in a no-show, which is great because then this will trigger its own workflow and it'll start sending out emails and SMSs, as you can see here. So depends on how you want your workflow set up. Is definitely something we can do if you're not sure how to do it or if you don't have time. Now, the great thing is what we do as part of your LeadStrive membership is we do have quite a few recipes for you guys to choose from. Then all you really got to do is choose the recipe in this workflow and then go in and just edit some of the verbiage that's inside there. And then you could pick a campaign that you want that to attach to so you don't have to do like multiple different steps, or if you're wanting to import anything that already exists from a different campaign. So if I was to click this, then it will tell me right here, and then I would go and pick that up. So hope that makes sense. So your workflows are unlimited, whether you're trying to run promotions or you're trying to have a workflow to round robin your calendars to make sure that these customers don't get missed, or here's your Facebook Messenger bot. So you can, excuse me, you can pretty much set this up to respond. All you have to do is integrate your Facebook in here, which we're going to get to that in a second. So here, this part right here is your sites. Sites is what I love the most. So if you look at through here, there's a lot of different things you can do. You can actually build your own form right here in the system, whatever form you want. Like I have an appointment summary. There are some generic ones that are going to be kind of preloaded on the account to kind of give you the idea. We also here can create very specialized ads for each individual, and we can even build out your survey or your form depending on what you want. And we can put lucrative backgrounds on there. We can make it very attractive. We're very good with content and stuff like that. So that's something we could do. But like I said, that's just something you would have to ask for us individually. Right now, we're just trying to promote LeadStrive and show you how it can be utilized in your industry. So like if I was going to go to surveys and go to builders, here's some preset ones so you kind of get the idea. You can also, if you get the our Upmost package, which will allow you to not just utilize as a CRM, but build a website based off of it or connect with blogs and stuff. If you're a blogger kind of individual, a lot of people are, you can connect all that from your website. So if you wanted to create a funnel or a website page to host your blog, you can do that here as well. So there's a lot of things you can do here. Now this part is the funnels. This right here is going to show you what you have set here. Part of what we do here is if you're trying to run a Facebook ad and connect with this, we want to help you do that. It is for a small fee, but if you don't have time to kind of dive into it and learn about how the system can work for you and attach that to an ad, and depending on what industry you're in, then a lot of people don't. So that's something we can help you with. So that's just a little bit about that. Now, reputation is key. This is going to keep your Facebook and Google Analytics based off the reviews. Everyone knows that reviews are key to any business whatsoever. So if I was going to do something, I would have, and there's actually a workflow that's set in here, and I'll show you real quick. There's a preset workflow in the recipes that you definitely can set up. And it will be, let's see, right here, send review requests. Now, this one doesn't require a whole lot of work. It's just whenever it's marked 1 or an appointment is marked as showed, you can customize this however you want. So I like to put just 1 because I don't really like a review to be sent out until I know I've sold something to that client, or become a client from a customer. But it's just a personal preference on what you'd like to do. So that automatically sends out to the person once you change their stage to quoted or fulfilled or appointment set to sold, however your industry is set up. And it will tell you, it'll tell you what your average scores are right here. It will tell you what's trending, how well you did last month, how you did in the past, and how many negative as to positive. And it's a really cool feature. And if you're wondering about this is the Yext listing. It's just going to tell you that you can do a listing, kind of like a Google business, but you can do this on 70 plus digital services. That's quite a few. And that has its own fee, but that's just completely up to you as the consumers if that's something you wanted to push out, which is always great because it adds an additional funnel to your system. And now you can have multiple people who are funneling into your system to find leads or to make sales, whether it's automated or not. And we do have strategies for automated sales if you're in the insurance industry, or I would say essentially even as a loan officer. I know there's a little bit different with loan officers because you got to send it to a processor, but we've worked with multiple loan officers where we kind of either attach their current CRM to this, or we have pretty much their entire email signature with the QR code and stuff like that. Most of the things we do for loan officers, we kind of have a generic compliance with each financial institution. So we kind of understand what's going on. And I do want to mention one thing. When it comes to your inbox, when it comes to uploading contacts and sending out multiple emails or multiple promotions to your customers or whatever, if they're current clients, if they're not a client of yours or whatever the case may be, the system does follow the CAN-SPAM Act. So not only does each message and each email be sent out with a link that says, if you wish to not receive this anymore, please click the link, it will automatically put them in the D&D status in your system. So if they click on their phone because they received a text message and they don't want to receive text messages no more, it'll only D&D that spot. But since they did not D&D email, it still gives you permission to send it. So it follows the CAN-SPAM Act. I like to tell everybody that because that's the most important thing. But irregardless, it does send out, if you did a bulk action, it does send out things manually, like individually. It's not like a mass thing. So you could do a bulk action and send things out automatically one by one. So here's the last part that we're going to kind of go over. This is your onboarding. So onboarding is going to, if you have your Facebook or Google ads attached to this, this is going to give you the ability to see, how many clicks, how many costs, your revenue right here. And it's going to show the trends based off of that. And so like, if you're not really liking the trends, and that's something we can kind of teach you as far as showing you from clicks to conversions, like 21,138 clicks and I had 7,125 conversions, I'm going to be perfectly happy with that. There's not a single problem with that whatsoever. That's the good thing about Facebook advertising is it doesn't, if the strategy is done right, and especially if we put it together for you, we could do it within an hour. And then depends on the complexity of your case, we can definitely put workflows together for you. It just really depends on what you're looking to do. And so when we demo our product, we always do a full-on needs analysis to make sure that everything that we can do for you is put into play quickly, so you could get started and start making money. So we're just going to go through the settings real quick. The settings is not, it's not really difficult. It's very self-explanatory. And sorry, it kind of jumped on us here. So your business profile, you can put your logo here, your business name here, just follow it all the way down. The cool thing I like about this, if you're going to be accepting payments, it does give you the ability to put your tax ID in here, so it can kind of try to keep track of that for you as well. Put your address in here. And the cool thing about the address is I believe if you're going to use Yext and kind of use any type of SEO or boost, or not really boost, but utilize that to have multiple different platforms or 70 different types of listings for your business to funnel leads back into you. This kind of puts things into perspective. So you want to put your authorized representative name in here and stuff. Most of this isn't important. It just really depends on what industry you're in. But the system does a lot of things. So depending on what you want it to do, that would mean we might have to go and activate general settings or enable different features. What I like about this is that when you have a text message going out, you will have an assigned number inside this system. That assigned number can be transferred to your business line. So like, for example, this could be used just as your voicemail. But it will tell you when somebody calls. And then when somebody calls through, it'll say, hey, you have a new lead, press any button to connect. And then you can just hit any button. And next thing you know, that client is on the line for you and they're calling straight through to your business line. So it kind of helps take the congestion off your business line, but keep things organized inside the system. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, if you have a pre-recorded message, you do have the option to upload it so that people can hear a human voice as opposed to like a robot, which I really like. The cool thing is about every time you miss a call, this text message, this bot right here is going to send out a message. It's pretty much going to prompt a text message. The reason why we like this feature is because it gives you the ability to multitask. If you're currently on the phone and a customer called you and this message gets sent out, then they can respond, hey, I just wanted to reach out to you to see when my policy documents are going to be ready to be signed, or whatever the case may be. Then they can go in here and text you, and then you can text them back, say, hey, they're almost done, while you're on the phone at the same time. So it gives you the ability to handle multiple customers at one time while not being so frustrated and bouncing back and forth from one system to the next. So it's really great. Excuse me. So it's a really great feature. So your company billing, obviously, whenever you sign up for LeadStrive, all this stuff is already going to be in here. So you're not going to really have to do any type of manual transactions here. It'll already be here unless you want to change your payment information for your membership. This is where you're going to put all your staff in. Like I said, unlimited seats. You can narrow it down to role. You just go in here and pick, fill out all the information. The most important part is, which is something we could help you, and we probably wouldn't charge you a fee to do that because this is the most confusing part based off of what you want your employees to see or your referral partners or whatever it is that you got going on. You may not want them to see everything that you're doing because your strategy and stuff that we help you with might be proprietary, and you might want to keep it to yourself because maybe you want to dominate the industry. And then once you dominated it, then you would share LeadStrive with somebody else. But well, keep in mind, in the meantime, we're still going to be pushing the product. So here's your pipelines. Right. So obviously there's only one pipeline, but you can create multiple pipelines like I was telling you before, and you can make it visible on the pie chart and the funnel chart, which is located on your dashboard. So there's a lot of features here. Your calendars, which is kind of something we already pressed upon. So I'm not really going to go over that too much, but just to kind of reiterate, there is the ability to create a round robin booking. You can create groups, depending on what you're wanting to do. So I just wanted to touch on that again. Your phone numbers. So this is going to be the list of phone numbers right here. We do use Lead Connector for all your phone numbers. All you have to do is really hit add phone number and then type in what phone number you want and then search it. And then it'll pull up phone numbers that are not being used whatsoever. So not too bad. So we're going to go in here. This is just kind of your reputation manager, but it's going to be preset based off the workflow anyway. So, but you can change your colors and change whatever you want your header to say, as opposed to the generic one that's already preset. And that's fine. You can change that. So right here, you're going to have your business hours and stuff. This is pretty much your profile. Like if you're the admin and you're the owner of the LeadStrive account, you can put your signature here. That's pretty fine. I don't recommend it because a lot of times things need to be sent out on behalf of somebody else, and you don't want this to kind of be intermixing with anything else. Integrations. Integrate your calendar, your Outlook calendar, and it doesn't matter if it's Office 365 or if it's any type of Microsoft product can be connected here. You just click connect and put your stuff in there. So when people preset appointments, it's going to connect to your calendar. If you use Zoom and you do things like an insurance agent usually does that likes to show illustrations through Zoom, then you can connect your Zoom account, and so that when people set appointments on your calendar, it automatically sends out a Zoom link to them. But again, that just depends on how well your workflows are set up, and that's something we can help you with. So these are your custom fields. I'm getting a little bit too deep into that, so I'm actually going to skip this. Domains here, once they pull up, these are going to be the list of the domains. I mean, you're going to have some domains if you're running Facebook ads, which is cool because if you already have a website, then we can always go into your DNS settings and change it to, a subdomain, and then we add it here and then make sure it's connected. So your library, this is where you can put all your media stuff. If you have something that you're using to advertise all the time and you want to keep that stress off of your computer, or maybe a OneDrive folder or file or whatever you have, you can put all your media stuff in here. If you're into the techie side and you know how to do any type of URL redirects, they're right here. Here's all the integrations that we have so far. Like I said, Zapier and Padly can integrate with your with your current CRM, or if you would just like to use this as your CRM if you're first starting out, whichever. All right. So you can obviously integrate with Google and Stripe, what we talked about before. Facebook and Instagram, we did talk about that before, and it will let you pick what one you want to look at. So TikTok's on here, Shopify, QuickBooks if you use QuickBooks for your business. Which I like a lot because it kind of connects to the invoicing. So you don't have to manually download that invoice. It'll just go straight over. And then your Clio accounts. Here's some different features as far as email services go. Lead Connector obviously has theirs. It's the dedicated domain. You can forward stuff if you want to use Lead Connector. We use that a lot for our calendars because it's already preset, but you can do whatever you want with this. You can add a service if you so wish to, especially if you know what you're doing. Conversation providers, no need to do anything here. You can add new tags here based off of whatever you're wanting to tag. So like if I had insurance agents here, and let's just say it's not available, it'll let me create a new tag right here. So that just kind of goes off of what you want the system to do on the automation side, saying, hey, if they went from quoted to fulfilled, start this workflow or start this campaign, and automatically put what they want in there and so on and so forth. Once you become a member of LeadStrive, we do kind of go through the onboarding process and show you a quick synopsis of how to operate the system. And then, of course, if you guys just want to contract us to build it out for you, we are here for you. So guys, that's LeadStrive for you. I look forward to, seeing you guys at your next appointment. Feel free to click below and check out our website, see all the features that we have here. You could also schedule a demo with us by just clicking demo and so on and so forth. But yeah, check us out at Facebook, Ask Jay Consulting. And we usually have a lot of different brands there, so you can check us out there. So, all right. Well, I hope this helps. Yeah, I look forward to your call and look forward to seeing you on my calendar. Thank you.